Today is Monday, December the 20th, 2021, and welcome back to another weather video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Gulf Coast and this new threat, tropical threat maybe, that will be happening in the southeast. We're talking about Florida up to Georgia and South Carolina. So this video is going to be very informative if you live in this area and if you're doing any traveling for Christmas, which is on Saturday. So if you're doing any traveling this week for the holidays, you need to know like this threat is going to be for real if you're traveling on the interstate or on the roads this week, mainly tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the big day for this event. So we're going to time it out first. Then we're going to look at a city, for example, which is Jacksonville, Florida. We're going to look at Jacksonville's forecast for tomorrow. So when the rain's going to come for that area, when it's going to leave. So it's going to be a very informative video if you live in Florida, in the Carolinas, in Georgia. So let's get into it. So as we move through the rest of the evening, you can see this little threat starts to move into the Florida Panhandle area. So you can see it starts to move into this area of the country, into the Gulf Coast, in that area into the Florida Panhandle. Then as we move into the rest of the night, into the midnight hour, into the early portions of tomorrow morning, we'll start to see these storms start to get into northern Florida. So around St. Augustine, Daytona Beach, the Orlando metro area, over to the Big Bend of Florida, we'll start to see these storms start to form. They will produce probably some heavy rain, lightning, your traditional storm, Florida summertime thunderstorms. If you've been to Florida in the summertime, or if you live in Florida, you know that it storms in Florida like every single day in the summertime, and it rains like for 30 minutes and then just stops. And then it rains and then it stops, Florida weather. Then as we move into the rest of your Tuesday morning, it starts to move into the Florida area as we get into early Tuesday afternoon. You can see a lot of rain, especially for the Big Bend of Florida, this area of Florida. It's going to be a lot of rain right here. And that will be moving into the Jacksonville area, North Florida, Duval County. That area will see a lot of rain. Southern Georgia, so around the Albany area, Valdosta, Tifton, Georgia, over to Statesboro, Savannah. You'll see that rain. You can see it really just slams through Jacksonville as we get into the 3 o'clock hour tomorrow. Then as we move into the 6 o'clock hour, so when you're getting home from work, if you're still working or if you're traveling, it moves into South Carolina. Much of the state of South Carolina will be affected by this storm, except for this system, except for the upstate of South Carolina. So the upstate is going to be fine with the storm, but much of the state will be in rain mode, mainly moderate to heavy rain, mainly at the coast. So around the Charleston area, Charleston County, Berkeley County, that area will be getting hit really hard with some heavy rain. But then as we get into the midnight hour to the overnight on Wednesday morning, it starts to move into the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and then it just skirts out of here. So that's the good news. It's going to start into Florida tomorrow, move through the Carolinas through tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and then by Wednesday, it should be going from the southeast. So this is going to be a threat if you live in the Florida area, Georgia, South Carolina, mainly the coast. I think the Midlands of South Carolina is going to be fine. We'll have some rain, obviously, but it's not going to be a washout, flash flooding. It's only going to be hitting our area in the Midlands for about mainly 3-4 hours of rain, and then it's going to go away. So it's not going to be a big deal if you live in the Midlands, mainly the coast in North Florida, coastal sections of Georgia, the Outer Banks of North Carolina will be getting affected really bad by this storm or this low pressure. I don't know why I keep saying storm. It's a low pressure system. It's not a tropical threat. Now let's go to Jacksonville, a city like Jacksonville, Florida, that will be getting hit really hard. You can see as we get into the overnight hours of tonight, 90% chance, 80% chance of rain. Like, ooh, that is not a good forecast. Good for sleeping, but not good if you're traveling. And then as we move into the early portions of your Tuesday, you see there's a lot of rain. It's going to be raining all night, pretty much all day in Jacksonville. The heaviest rain will probably be around lunchtime hours tomorrow. So it's the heaviest rain is going to be the lunchtime hour. It's going to be windy too. Winds probably gusting up to 30 miles an hour. So it's just not going to be a good day. If you live in Jacksonville or the surrounding areas, northern Florida, it's not going to be a good day if you live in the northern Florida area tomorrow. So anyway, that's basically the purpose of this video. So please be safe if you're traveling tomorrow in this area of the country. I will have an in-depth review, not a review, but an in-depth forecast for this week. If you're traveling because of the holiday seasons coming, people traveling, going to their families' homes. So I will have an in-depth probably review on Wednesday since I'm off for winter break, no school for 2 weeks. So I get to make videos, earlier than expected. So I'll be back on Wednesday to talk about the remainder of the week, what will be like for Christmas traveling. And then as we get into next week, I will start talking about the year in review. We'll start talking about the different weather events of this year because we're obviously getting closer and closer to the end of 2021. So we're going to talk about a year in review, but it's going to be about weather and not about, what's happening in the world. But anyway, that's it for today's video. Please like and subscribe. If you enjoyed it, please stay safe, and I will see you on the next one, probably on Wednesday. Bye.